Hello, today we will go over how to connect your first mining rig to MiningRigRentals.com in 10 easy steps. The things that you will need before we start are the hardware that you will mine with. You will need to select an algorithm to mine with on that hardware. You will need the software for mining that algorithm on that hardware. You will need to select at least one, preferably more pools to mine with when you are not rented. And you'll need the connection information for the pools that you have selected. Okay, step one is to log into MiningRigRentals.com. Once you've logged in, step two is to click My Rigs. After you're on the My Mining Rig screen, step three is to click Create New Rig. Step four, you'll fill out the information for your mining rig. Here, I'm going to enter the name as My Mining Rig. My hardware does about 260 hashes per second. And you can change this to kilohashes, megahashes, gigahashes, or terahashes, depending on which algorithm you're using. Mine will be in hashes per second. Next, you'll select the algorithm type. In my case, it will be Equihash/Zcash. You select the one that applies for your algorithm. And from there, you select the server that is physically located closest to you. In my case, it will be US West 01. From there, you'll select the pricing option. You can either click No for a manual pricing, or automatic pricing will select a close price to market value for your rig. Once you're there, click Create New Rig. Step 5 is to actually configure your rig. In order to do that, you need to get to the rig configuration screen by either clicking the name of the rig here or the edit button here of your rig. I'm going to click the edit button. From here, you can see all the information about your rig. Here is recent pricing information. Here's the status of your rig, including the name, the rental status, hash rate, number of devices, server, and some other pertinent information. On this side, you'll have workers, rental history, rig description, transaction history, as well as the pool information. Step 6 is to enter the pool information for your rig. I'm going to manually enter a pool here. This will be the pool that my rig mines on while it's not rented. So click Add Pool now. This is where you'll need the pool connection information. I'm going to use the Zcash pool on Supernova. So I'll select the information and add it to the pool host. You'll also need the worker name, which is generally your username, period, worker name. In my case, it will be rigtutorials101.zec. And the password is generally X or whatever you have configured. Once that's entered, click Save. MiningRigRentals will verify your information, and then it will show up. If you entered something invalid, it will give you an error message and you can change your information. Additionally, you can enter backup pools or alternate pools in case the initial pool goes down in this priority. I'm going to add one that's already saved on MiningRigRentals here. It'll be a btg.supernova.cc pool. It fills in the information automatically, and I click Save. Once that information is validated, you can change the priority of the pools on your rig by clicking these up and down arrows on the right-hand side. So by clicking the up arrow on this pool, the BTG pool becomes more prioritized than the ZEC pool. I'll change it back to the original configuration here. And then that part is done. Step 7 is to add a description for your rig. This will help your buyers or renters identify if your rig is the right choice for them. So click Rig Description and enter a description which you feel will describe the capabilities and hardware of your rig. Once you're done with that, click Update. For step 8, we'll be setting the pricing options for our mining rig rental. For this step, you'll be concerned with two sections of the screen. One will be the minimum and maximum rental hours, which you can define here in these two boxes. The defaults are 3 and 96. Next, you'll be selecting the pricing options for the actual price per metric per day. The default for this algorithm is price per kilohash per day and Bitcoin. So here you can see with the number I have selected, I get an error value or an error of the estimated minimum rental price must be greater than or equal to this number. So what happens is I need to update this number or this number to make sure that the minimum rental price is greater than this. In this case, I'm going to change this to 0.008 and the error goes away. If you're not satisfied with that, you can select automatic pricing, and MiningRigRentals will select a competitive rate based on other available rentals for this algorithm. Additionally, you can select Litecoin and Ethereum payments. You can enable them or disable them. And then you can do automatic pricing for Litecoin based on other Litecoin rentals, or you can just convert from your Bitcoin rate. Similarly with Ethereum, enable, disable, automatically price, or just convert from your Bitcoin price. Once you're satisfied with these values, click Update. For step 9, we'll actually start the miner. For this step, you'll need to scroll down, and the information you'll need is listed here. You'll need the server name for the MiningRigRentals server that you'll connect it to, along with the port number, and then your username that you have for your rig. So what you'll do is you'll navigate to your mining rig software download, which I have here. It happens to be the Zcash miner. I'm going to open up a notepad and enter the information that's pertinent to my miner. It may be in this format. In this case, it's miner-server, the MiningRigRentals.com server, the username here, the MiningRigRentals.com is specified, and then the default password of X, along with the port number of 333. Different miners use a different format for their parameters, such as this example here. It may be -O for the stratum plus TCP, and then the URL and a port number, with a username, which will be the same as before, and a password. In my case, I don't need this one, so I'm going to delete that part, and I'm going to save this file as a batch file in the folder. So I'll select all files, and I'm going to type start.bat or start.batch. Once the file is saved, then you can click the miner and make it start mining. Here in my case, you can see the program is started, and in a few seconds, we'll see some hash rates come up. So as the miner's starting, the first couple shares got accepted, and now their miner is running. Back on MiningRigRentals.com, if you refresh the page, the worker should show up with whatever hash rate. This will verify to you that your worker is connected properly. Step 10 is to actually make your rig available to potential renters. In order to do this, scroll down to the rental status section and change it from unavailable in red to available in green. Once you've done this, scroll down and click Update. Now your rig is ready to rent out, and you can monitor the live hash rate. It will take a few seconds to populate, and you can monitor the historical hash rate. This will help you keep an eye on your rig and make sure that it's performing the way you want and attaining the hash rate that you specified here. This screen will show you the advertised hash rate versus the actual hash rate and certain time frame averages. It will help you to maintain your rig and keep a good status on mining rig.